I don't know if this is live. I'm trying. Oh, okay. Yes, I've actually got on here and updated the thing, so I'm going to wait for people. Six, so see, might be going on come on later with things later then. We'll see. Wait, set me up for the day and my intention today. Waiting for so my that incentive angel is really. This in the background. Hi, Indigo Rays, as you come on with your. As we're getting into the swing, I've actually got on the thing that I want to do that I can flip the camera now. So when I start drawing in a minute, but before I do that, if anyone wants to know that may come in later. Right, I'm gonna do a bit of catch up, and got something else I want to play that I've had for a bit, but it does need. So we're just gonna tune in. Back a minute. Start with that. If I remember. There's 6 people in, so I don't know if anyone else wants to. Start that off to start, rebalancing our heart, because that's what we need to do. Thinking about a lot of stuff. Don't know if it's going to come out in this chat. Bit of an arty chat. It may do, it may not. It may come up. But warm up. Sorry about the nail varnish. I was going to take it off, but I'm not. So if you're crafting, what happens with nails? I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. You know, when I went out for a walk, and we did the painting and everything, and tree, and then I did it in the garden yesterday when I was just quiet and that. I actually forgot I was on camera for a bit, but sound alright. But I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to go into a quick doodle. What I'm feeling. But lovely Tracy, who also sent me a song today. Brilliant. That's given me a little idea what to draw today. Warm me up for the day. My little meditation is so anything arty really. And it's something I was thinking about, and it's funny how she sent the song. Yes, I may do it as in Luminaire the fairy in a little theme, illustration. This is what the one I did the other day. I'm going to flip the camera when I talk about these. I haven't finished it off yet, but I'll do an illustration. Does it keep breaking? Hang on a minute. I might need to pull the mic over. Is that better? This is just a test run again. I've not been on OBS for a while. Pulled the audio up a bit more. Probably needs sorting out, but I'm not that technical. So is that any better? I'm not right near the... Hi, Top. So I'm going to get into it. Yeah, Top Cat, an idea, because it's nice if people acted with. Yeah. Oh, there's one more thing I need to get it in front of Indigo Rays we're talking. Nip and yes, I've got my dress on. Oh, got my touch tips that I was talking about raised last night. Quite sort of markers, but I don't know. You do get quite a lot. These are the ones to dry up quick. Job. Probably need a new set because I had these, but them today opposed to crayons. But what I'm going to show is I'm going to flip the camera and show you. Oh, let's get into it. Oh, I'm excited. I love art. And I have to go upstairs and get my markers because I do a lot of drawing in the bedroom. So I like to do. Oh, and we've got some cards to show. And I'll pull from this card. I will show you a new deck that I got for my birthday that I don't think I've very very beautiful. We'll have a little look at that at the I'm going to try and flip the camera. Let's see if Dolly can do it. And I love this because I remember there going on because we're all angels. Trying to find out. Build them. Anyway. Oh yeah. So now you'll be able to sound, hope. No sound at all. Oh, can you hear me now? This is a bit of a tester. Can you hear me now? Might have to go into the audio thing. What about now, Indigo Rays? I probably weren't right next to it. I switched it down as well, which was probably not good. I've switched it back up again. I've switched it up. Is that okay? Sound bad. Oh. These are all teething problems, so, you know, I've just got this back downloaded again, so we will see. Better. Oh, it's better. See, I can't see. You're not coming up on there, but you're coming up on it. Right, better. Okay, so we'll start. Let's start. So, I am everything on the floor. I'm going to show you what I did yesterday. I'm going to show you that as that, but these are the crayons I got the other day. They are beautiful. The Prismacolor Premier, whatever you call it. God, do you know what? I need a new desk. This desk can't even get legs underneath it. It's ridiculous. I have room for your legs, but never mind. So this, these are Prismacolor. These are really soft. You will see me sometimes using these, and I will show you. And I did test them out last night. That's why some of them are a bit blunt, but you do get 2 layers, and they're very soft and they're very easy to crayon with and smudge in and burnish into. So I'll show you them at one point, and I am going to sneeze. So chew. Oh, it's a train. But I will be using these, and these are the touch. They're just called touch markers. So I think you can. You can probably get them on Amazon. I got them on eBay, and they just come in a big. These are an 80 pack. You can get more, and you get all these colours, and you get like a fine point at one end, and you get sort of chunky chisel. Where's the camera? Chisel. I'm not used to doing this way round, but anyway, I think you get the gist. 2-ended, so I'm going to be using them today. So I'm going to put them on the floor, and you'll see how sort of nice they are. And I think Indigo Rays was saying she's got something like this, and she found it a lot easier to colour in with. But this was a Luminaire, my illustration, a Luminaire, a bit like Nini, a Luminaire. Maybe we'll have 2 of them, a Luminaire and Nini, but I think I changed it back to a Luminaire because I did have a fairy called a Luminaire. So she's changed a little bit, and I just thought it's going with, you know, different aspects of ourselves. She is raising the vibrations, as I told the story yesterday, but little people here as well. So I haven't finished this off yet. Sorry about the nail varnish. But when I do, I will show you. But for anyone who's new that may be watching, I'll just flip through this little book. Very, that's not in focus. There we go. So here is Luminaire, but this is where she's got a flower hat on. She may look a bit different sometimes because she likes to change her style up and wear different things and stuff like that. So why not in an illustration can she not do that as well? So there's a Luminaire, and I love this black and white monochrome one. And there it is. This is the pencil colour. Yeah, and Indigo Rays says she has the Artify marker, so they get that are quite the same. This one was with colour, this was with the crayons. It has like a smoother effect on it. This was, and remember, if anyone's new, these had little stories going with them, and they all will. So this was like Nini the Fairy, which is my nickname, another nickname by the way, but then it'd be a luminaire. The fairy is feeling and playing in all the energy around her. So this is for people who maybe new or not seen this. This was a picture I did with a lady with blooming hair, because it says bloom love. Sowing the seeds of love, Top Cat, which just remind me in a bit, because that's what we're going to be drawing. The woman is blooming. The more she grows, the more she blooms. Everyone can see her beauty of her blooms, opening and expanding to the light. This is what we're all doing if we're letting go, you know. And then I love this picture, it's so cute. So we've got Luminaire with her best mate, Bo, because he's a rainbow bird, Bo, sitting, watching, and the story to this was, and it says connecting the realms of rainbows, to me, connecting both realms of the spirit realm, physical realm. And it says, and this was done on Sunday, the Watcher Fairy, she sat with the best friend Bo, rainbow coloured bird. They both love to watch Earth and its people shining their starlight. That's why she has star glasses on, because people are just shining the bright, too bright. Hi, ordinary bear. She has star glasses on. It is emanating. They sit there emanating their loving energy out and help those awakening to people. Those awakening, so people may not always see them. I can't see because there's like pen from the other page behind this. People may not always see them, but they feel this loving presence guiding them gently, nudging them in the right direction. She's also a light bookkeeper, keeping records of those awakening. So there she is. There she is again, but she's a bit blue in this one. And I still haven't finished this one off. Why am I trying to turn it around? But I said it was like a door opening or a light coming down, you know, from the cosmos, the universe. This is all the stuff that you love to do. This is how you keep your frequencies up. It's all the things you love to do, especially, you know, creative wise. We are creators. This was me the other day, a bit of a self-portrait illustration of me sat, not that I've got a pink settee, but in my head I have. And the lights coming on, and she, you know, I was reflecting, self-reflection, self-love, creative ideas, peace within, joy, relax, charge, love, and I was writing all this down. I was self-reflecting over the weekend. And then this one was Illuminaire again, when I was saying the message was, you're the king or queen of your own castle. You know, you get to say what goes on in your realm because you're the star of your show. You know, your show. Got the little heart in the window because, you know, it all comes from the heart. Little flowers growing around the window, blooming and growing with growth. And then you've got the butterflies in the background, which are standing for not just her transformation, people's transformation. And then you've got the orbs in the background that are in a lot of pictures because that's energy and different frequencies in a different, you could say different light beings. Sorry, my throat's going a bit croaky. And that's where we ended. So we are going to do a new one today. Like I said, this is just warming me up for meditation because my meditation is art. But before we do that, with something that Top Cat sent me this morning about sowing the seeds of love, that song, so I will draw something. And we are sowing the seeds of love. So when I go into that drawing, we'll talk about that. But yesterday, when I was in the country park, and I will have to get my nails sorted out, you saw me put like... If you came yesterday and you saw bits of like I'd drawn a little leaf and I'd drawn a bit of a tree, I drew bits of elements that I saw, not the way it was actually. I didn't paint it in a scenery thing. I sort of painted little elements. This is how I do it. This is how my brain works. Everybody's different, and there's no right or wrong way of doing art. So this is how mine turned out. It's not finished yet. But this is the picture. Now, when I was sat in the country park, I don't know, I'll have to move it up a bit. When I was sat in the country park with Finn, I drew this bit of a tree that was coming in, these branches, and because I couldn't fit the whole thing on anyway. And then I put a bird in the tree just because there was birds about, but I couldn't see a bird, so I just drew a little one in. I had this swirling water. If you remember, I said to Finn, oh, can you see the... what's it called? The water whirlpools. It was making little whirlpools. So we've got little whirly swirls here that I did this in watercolour. I drew a leaf, if you remember, I held it up to the camera and it was heart shaped. And Finn drew it as well because he drew a tree. Then I had a couple of leaves and these fern cones at the bottom. And then I just put in the element of this tree branches down here, just floating about here, with cacti on. And then I just drew some flowery things that I normally draw on some of my stuff. Like, I don't know why, because I felt like it. Because I felt like it. I don't do what, I don't know what they would. Some people might say, well, what sort of art is that? I'm like, my art. Then we've got these shapes and things going on in the background, and we've got a few triangles. Water element, because I am a water element. Pisces. And then I just decided to start drawing in this. You know, I like doing my girls, but she's representing sort of the energy, the elementals, things that sometimes people don't see, but it's there coming through this sort of nature picture. So I don't know how it's coming across on camera, but she's sort of there. I haven't finished her off. I'm sort of doing her hair. And what I found with this was really good, because I did this in crayon and you can smudge it in. And then I did this bit with, I love ballpoint pen, but I found that you can actually smudge the ballpoint pen about. So I had some fun doing that. Like, this bit here is quite light, but it was ballpoint pen, and when I went over it with a white crayon, it smudged it in. So I may show that at some point, but that's not what I'm doing today. So this is how it turned out, but this isn't finished. There's some more bits I want to do. I want to add some acrylic paint on it, because I love mixed media, and that means you put all sorts on it. And this is how I work. A lot of people try to figure out how my mind works, and it's like, you never will, because I'm me and you're you, and that's how I see things, and I see things differently. See, this is what the beauty of everyone being different is. Someone could sit in the spot where I was sat yesterday and draw a completely different part of what I was looking at, or they could have put this bit of a tree in, and something else, and the water. It wouldn't have had this in it, and it may, do you know what I mean? Everybody's different, and everybody sees different. Can you imagine if I'd have took a few people down to say, right, this is what we're looking at? And it wasn't that there was a lot in that space we were sat in, to tell the truth. There was more prettier places, but we went where nobody was. But then again, we were sat in nature, and that's beautiful anyway. But if I took like 10 different people and said, right, you're just going to draw what you see and what comes into you, and this is what I call intuitiveness, intuitive art, they would pick up on something completely different. And we would look back at people's, like, I could sit here with people's books now and go, this is mine, this is Indigo Rays, this is Top Cats, this is Ordinary Bears, I'm just using your names in chat, and look how different they are, because people see differently, you know. So that was that, and that's not finished yet. So now we're going to go into the doodling with Dolly. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, and it's on camera, so that's a bit weird for me, because I'm not used to being on camera when I'm sketching. But sometimes I do sketch with a crayon, and it's I can't get used to this camera. It is just a cheap crayon, but it's an erasable pencil crayon. It's not one of my posh ones. And for some reason I like drawing in them more than I do pencil. And then I have this, I think it's called a Uniball eye pen, which is a fine one. It's waterproof, so when you go over with things like the markers, especially Indigo Rays, if you're starting to draw, oh God, I can't show this. I never get, where's the camera? I can't get it in focus. So hard to get into focus. Anyway, I'll probably show it when it's out, right, and I'll try and remember to, after this downloads, to go in and edit and put all the stuff that I'm using, just in case anyone's interested. So I got sent where's my phone? I got sent Sowing the Seeds of Love, and I thought, well, you know, this is what this is about right now in the world, is about sowing seeds of love. And I just believe if you're not doing that right now, and you're not trying to become what you want to see in the world, you know, to me, you're trying to be the contrast. There's a lot of contrast going on right now. There's been a lot of contrast going on with, just let me flip me around while I'm just talking before I get into because this is good. Remember, this is a bit of a test today, because I've not done this for a while. That's why I'm upside down right now. So just flip me back. So yeah, there's a lot of contrast going on, and I believe if you're not working on yourself and trying to be the light in the world, you're trying to be the contrast. Reality is duality. You're trying to be the contrast of what people are trying to do when they're trying to be the light and love for people. And I'm still seeing a lot of that going on, and I just find it bewildering. But then again, I don't. There's a lot of that energy going about. So let me just find. So in that essence of that song, I thought, oh yeah, I could do a little doodle that will represent that and that song in a way. Yeah, you've always used pencil or charcoal. Well, I don't use, it's like pencil crayon, and I just find it hard to use like pencil. Yeah, I just think it's smoother. Right, let me try and find the words first. Let's get into this. So, have a look, because I can't play it. Let's have a look. And it's just like Top Cat was saying, this isn't about sowing the seeds of love with somebody else or with a man or with a woman or whatever. It's about you personally sowing seeds of love. That's how I see it, and I think that's what Pencil's my favourite most. Yeah, what Top Cat was saying as well. High time we made a stand and shock up the views of the common man. And the love train rides from coast to coast. DJ's the man we love the most. Could you be squeaky clean and smash any hope of democracy? As the headline says, you're free to choose. And we are choosing. Free to choose. There's egg on your face and mud on your shoes. One of these days they're going to call it the blues. Sowing the seeds of love, and it says anything is possible. Seeds of love, in brackets, when you're sowing the seeds of love. Sowing the seeds of love, sowing the seeds of love. Seeds of love, sowing the seeds of love. I spy tears in their eyes. They look to the skies for some kind of divine intervention. And it's all within you. Food goes to waste. So nice to eat, so nice to taste. Politician granny with your high ideals. High ideals, is it? Oh, not politician granny. Is it Yeah, politician granny, is it? Have you no idea how the majority feels? So without love and a promised land, we're fools to the rules of a government plan. Kick out the style, bring back a jam. Sowing the seeds of love, and then it goes on. The birds and the bees, my girlfriend and me, in love. Funny that, there was a massive bee outside the window this morning. It was massive. And yeah, it was just really big, buzzing outside the window. My girlfriend and me in love. I thought, a bit like me and my fella in the minute. Feel the pain, talk about it. If you're a worried man, then shout about it. Open hearts, feel about it. Open minds, think about it. Bit like, well, a lot of people are talking about a lot of stuff. Everyone read about it. Everyone scream about it. Everyone. Read about it. Read in the books, in the crannies and the nooks. There are books to read for us. Sowing the seeds of love, sowing the seeds of love. Time to eat all your words, swallow your pride, open your eyes. Time to eat all your words, swallow your pride and open your eyes. I love that bit, because that time to swallow your words, swallow your pride, open your eyes is a lot of people who will have to swallow the pride. And there's a lot of people in ego, I believe, that may not come from it when certain things go down. It's just like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? If you can see humanity waking up and winning, who cares? High time we made a stand. Well, that is going on around the world right now. And shook up the views of the common man. Exactly. Swallow your pride. And the love train rides from coast to coast. And it is riding from coast to coast. Every minute of every hour. And it is, I love a sunflower. Don't we all love sunflowers? I was going to draw a sunflower in the thing today, because sunflower, love and happiness and joy. And I believe in love power. Love power, love power. Sowing the seeds of love, sowing the seeds of love. An end to a need and the politics of greed with love. Sowing the seeds of love, sowing the seeds of love. So it's brilliant, and thanks for sending me that, because I looked at the lyrics and it's like, these are for the times, you look around a lot at the songs now, and it does make sense, because that stuff, if you could say government, political stuff, we know it's all what it is, but we also know there is a change in the air, like the card I pulled out the other day, because there is stuff happening. And it does make me laugh when, you know, people can't see it. Some people can't see it, but it's like, there's never been a time, I said to Indigo Rays last night, when this has happened on the level it's happening at, as in, if you look around the world properly and you go to the right sources, you will see people from CEOs stepping down. This has been happening over the past couple of years, or found dead, or fired, or removed, or whatever, but they're walking away, or forcefully walking away. This has never happened before. So if the world was high five flames, if the world was pretending to look like it was changing, it wasn't, these people wouldn't be stepping down, because these people are part of that old system that's been in for a very long time. They wouldn't be stepping down or being found somewhere, or, you know, getting fired or whatever it is, because that is what's been happening worldwide. So it's like, wow, you know, so I'm just saying. And why this is all happening in all the chaos, we have got to sow the seeds of love, which is uplifting people, especially in the dark times, because we know why the dark times are happening and things are being planted, especially up here, let's say. Seeds of love. It's going to flourish, it's going to grow, and people are going to come to the light, let's say. So, and it does make me laugh as well, because I've always said, you know, there'll be a choice people make. And people go, what do you mean a choice? Like, they don't believe in, you know, taking sides. And it's like, we're not talking about energy, we're talking about when the world wakes up, which it is doing. The world wakes up to the, you know, the ones who aren't awake or starting on the journey. Wake up to what's really been going on. You could say, especially with the kids, this, that, and the other, and all that sort of stuff. They're going to hopefully, you know, if they're good-hearted people, see what's happened, begin to understand it, and walk through another door and go, I leave that door behind. Which you could say, good versus evil, because it is a spiritual war. And if it's a spiritual war, that means there is a choice to make. I've made my choice. I don't stand for that. I don't stand for that contrast that I see there. I don't stand for it. So I chose a while ago to not be that. And a lot of people will come to that. So if you want to say, for people to understand, they're going to walk away from evil and choose good, then you are choosing. And you've got free will, so, you know, it's up to you. But we're going to get into the drawing now. 5 flames is in the house. Yeah. Oh, I Shattered Paradise, about all the CEOs stepping down. Yeah. And it's all going on, do you know what I mean? But I just keep calm about it now until it all, you know, patience is a virtue. So we're going to get into the drawing now. That's just my little blub blub blub. But I've spoke about that for a while, you know, and it's quite easy to understand, really. You know, and I just feel sorry for the people who can't see that, but that's okay. Like I say, I'm not here to do other people's paths for them. I'm here to do mine and just share a little bit of love. Sowing the seeds. So, let's see. So, sowing the seeds. So, I'm thinking, this is really weird on camera. I'll just pretend you're not there. So, I'm going to do my... You probably won't be able to see this in pen until in this until I start drawing it in the black pen. But let's yeah, going to be a bit difficult for me because I don't normally draw side on, so I'm going to try and draw side on because she's doing something, so I don't know what her face is going to look like from side on. That's going to be funny, working that one out. Even if it turns out bits hits up, it's fine, but I'll draw it in. How did I have the hair on the last one? Oh yeah, so like, it can be like that. And this is good because it gets me into the practice of my little illustrations, and I don't know how she'd look from the side, but we will see. It'll get better with practice, but she is, what she's doing in this scene is, I bring her hand down here. So I just draw quite quickly, really, and then I just sort of pencil it after. She is got a watering can. I've got to be out in the garden later as well. I've got a few things to plant. What does a watering can look like? I'm not going off any references, so I'm just going to make this up. It's a bit tall. It's her watering can anyway, but she is... I need a rubber. She is watering her garden, because this is what we all should be doing. Buy 5 flames, you know. Watering your own garden, I've said this before, your own mindset. Feeding it and nourishing it, you could say, as well. You know, if you're not doing that, it doesn't really help things. So just wrap a hand around there. I'm not really good at drawing hands, but actually that needs to be a bit further out. It's too too close. Arm needs to be a bit longer. Yeah, you've got to nourish your garden, which I would call your mindset. How does a... I don't need to go and look at a watering can. How does it go? Right, it's just a little short one like that, that's it. That'll have to be it for now. I'm not really looking at a reference or anything of a watering can, but a watering can, you know, feeding your garden. We are watering our seeds that we are planting. Seeds of love. So there she is. Right, so a little star headband in here, an eye in. Don't know, like I said, I don't really know what she looks like from the side yet, so a bit weird. She will change as it goes on, but anyway, there she is. Put her legs in. Actually, she's flying. She's flying. She is a fairy. And she's water. Yeah, yes. It's coming in. It's coming in. Right. She is. She's flying, obviously. You will see this when I start to pen it in a minute. So she's flying. And what she's doing while she's flying is she's spreading the seeds of love with a watering can. It's not actually... Maybe it's got sprinkles of water in it, but it's got seeds in it. So she's using her watering can, and it's got seeds of love in it. This is where my stuff is quite whimsical, and she needs some wings. So we'll put her wings in. She had little flowers on her dress today. She had a star on it the other day. But she's doing her little job. Oh, there's a lot down there. Maybe she does this at night while we're sleeping, so I am going to put the moon in. So let's put the moon. We'll have a full moon this time. I do a lot of crescent moons, but yeah. The moon's like looking down. Put some day. Moon's got a love heart there. That's what I normally do with my stuff, and we'll have a couple of stars in the sky. There we go. And this is my drawing, so I'm going to outline it now, and we'll see what she begins to look like. And maybe I'll do a bit of colouring before I go. Like I said, this is just revving me up for the day. My bit of meditation. So I don't know how you can, I think you can see that a little bit, but obviously you're going to see it more with when I start to ink it in now. Like I said, I've not really done a side, not really that good at side profiles yet, but like I don't know what a nose would look like, but it'll do for today. You'll get the gist of and all I've got to do is practice more of side on profiles, and it'll get better. So it may look a bit weird, I don't know. There's her eyelashes. I don't know what you're getting to see. What I have to do, make do with what I've got. Now on this OBS stream, I don't know if I can pull this camera in more or not. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if anyone else can comment because the comments haven't moved. And then I'll do a hairline here. And she's got a headband in. Stories through pictures. Put her wings in. The dress. Like that. Her legs. Got that in. Just watching. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just to watch anyway and chill out and whatever. Like I said, when I do these, they are going to be earlier on in the morning. I've just got to get used to that habit of doing it. I tried this morning but fell back to sleep because I actually didn't have thin, and I thought, well, it's a lie-in. I'm going to take the, thought I'll have an extra 10 minutes, fell back to sleep, and I thought, oh well. But it's a new habit that I want to bring in because there's a lot of new sort of habits I want to bring in because we are releasing the old, and there's certain things that I do want to do. And it's not because I find it easy, I don't, because like I say, we've been programmed a lot to do things a certain way, or clock watching on certain stuff or whatever it is, but it is something that I want to bring into my routine of having, you could say, a daily practice that I get up early, go to bed early, because I sometimes, well, in the, last year and beginning of this year, going to bed late when I need to get to bed earlier for myself, and then I could get up earlier before the house wakes up, like I said before. Certain things I want to do, I'm going to have to make the time to do that. So I'm just thinking an early morning practice for me, drawing calms my mind, so that's like an intention set for the day, for that peacefulness, along with exercise, which I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing that in the morning or in the evening. I'm not sure which one suits me yet, because some people say, oh, it's best to do it this time, it's best to do it that time. It's actually best to do it at the time that you can fit in and suits you, you know what I mean? So that's what I've got to sort of work out at the minute, what suits me. And things may change up as things change up in my life anyway, of where I might have to put things with, oh, I've missed her arm off there, so I'll just stick her other arm, with the routine of what you do in your day or whatever. So there she is. I'm going to put a big heart on there because these are the seeds of love, and I'm going to put seeds. I'll put of in the heart, love. And I still find it funny that there's, when you're trying to put something out that's uplifting to people don't like that, like, where's that mindset from? well, talking about contrast, that's where that mindset's from. There's just people I've realised who want to be, whether or not they know they're doing it, the contrast of that. Are you doing good? You want to be the contrast of it. You know, what have I always said? It's the consistency. Consistency shows the truth. Consistency in my channel has always shown something. And I think people with the right mindsets will know that. You know, people who don't see that are not the mindset that I'm in, so that's fine as well. Not the contrast. So there we go. That's basically the picture. So I'm going to show you how quickly these pens are to colour in with. They're really beautiful. So let me get my pens out. But I'm just going to nip and just warm my coffee up a minute, people. So I'll leave you with that a minute so you can have a gander at it. It probably looks a bit weird at the minute. A bit got smoke coming in here. Oh my god, my fella's just told me that he had a dream last night about he woke up and his hair was down his back and I was like, that's hilarious, because his hair's been growing a bit, you know, with everything, like hairdressers not being open, and it's just dead funny because I'm always going, yeah, let's get some dreads in, like jokingly, but yeah, he said, oh, it was well weird. I said, maybe things are growing, you see, we're talking about growing, and he's having a dream about his hair growing, so that's hilarious. Don't know if any other men are going through this, but going through that bit's quite funny. Oh my god, I really need a desk. I have got a desk, but this desk is ridiculous. One of them you can't get your legs underneath. It's, hopefully I'll be able to move my computer one day to my desk in there and have some more writing stuff and get my legs under. But anyway, let's colour her in. So, let's see. I'm waiting for my black marker to come because I'll probably do all this in black because she's in the night sky anyway. While we're sleeping, she is putting out the vibe. So, I'm just going to grab my felt tips and let's see if I can choose, hopefully the ones that are working. So, you can get skin colour in these. So, I'm going to try and barely beige. Let's see if this one's working. Hopefully it will be doing. Yeah, it is, I think. So, I'm just going to quickly colour her in. Obviously, I'm not going to be sat here all day doing this, but, and I've gone with I normally use the fine end It's funny because the thick end doesn't normally work as much, but I'm going to colour her in. Like I said, it doesn't normally smudge, I don't think, that pen that I've used if it's left to dry a little bit. So I'm going to go around her face with I think it's barely beige. Barely beige. But what's good about these is, you'll see in a minute, is, show you on her face, is when you've coloured it in, this is just rough anyway, so, and I'll do her arms as well. Colour it in. Got to practice my hand. And her legs. Do this. And then you can actually use the same felt tip if you go over it. Like, say, if you're trying to darken these bits up under a hairline and that, you go over it, it does, I don't know if you can see in here, it does leave a bit of a darker shadow, because you can layer these pens up where you can actually make a shadow with the same pen going over the top. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but you can. You know, if you're darkening bits up. But you can also go over with another pen that's a little bit darker than this one, which I'll just see if it comes up. Can you buy leg razors? Use them on our dining table. Leg razors. What's leg razors? What it is my desk is a computer desk, but it has no, you know, like you'll have a gap underneath to put your legs under. It has a thing that comes out for your keyboard, but it actually doesn't have a gap in the middle, and I didn't even think about that because I like to get right up to the table, so it's a bit annoying. It's a cheap desk anyway. I guess I could get a new one in the end anyway. And I've got a desk in my craft room which is massive, so maybe if well, I sort of got this computer gifted to me ages ago through the lovely Sleeping Warrior, one of Roxanne's friends and my friends, and I don't get computers and that, but obviously if it was a laptop I could move it about, which I think the fella said he's going to give me his anyway, but yeah, so I could move about anywhere I wanted to be, instead of, obviously with a computer, I'll just say computer, whatever this is, you sort of stuck to the position you're in, but yeah, but it's just the table's a bit annoying, so I may have to sort that out at some point. But this colour I'm putting on next is it's light orange, but it's a bit of a pinky colour, but it's just, don't know if you can see, it's just giving a bit of definition around the face. You can just play with them. But now I'm going to give her a bit of colour, so I don't know if they've got this pink around her eyes, and they just sort of blend in, especially on certain papers, and this paper's nice to work on. You can see the pink around her eyes. Validation to put under the legs of your desk. Oh, what do you mean to raise it? No, I don't think it'd work because it's got I'm not good at computers. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's got weight on it because it's got the box of the computer thing, whatever that's called, the thing. And I don't think it'd be weird because then my desk bit would be higher. But I'll just have to get another desk at some point or sort something out. So I'm just colouring her lips in. Bit of pink on her nose there, around her nose, if you can see. On her knuckles, on her knees, on her feet. So you can just mess with it like that. Claudia, she is beautiful, thank you, because I'm growing more every day. Oh yeah, and I think everyone is growing more, and this is what it's about. It's about growing. I've said this before. It's about, hi Dolly, can't sleep, it's 4 a.m. here. Well, that's why it's good that, you know, sometimes when I'm on at different times, if you're in a different country, you can come and listen. This is what it's all about. It's all about growth, and you know, I just see people still not understanding this about the growth, and it's self-development, and it's going back to the things that you love, and you know, trying to get away from any programming of how we're taught by society's rules and regulations of how we're supposed to be or what we're not supposed to do or this, that and the other, and we're just going back to that harmony within ourselves and whatever that is to you as well. And I've also noticed, observing from chat as well, that a lot of you are getting back into art. Indigo Rays was telling me yesterday, which is beautiful. I think Claudia, I think it was you were saying something about, it may not have been you, I think it was you, something about getting back into some sort of art or learn or drawing, or I've seen a lot of people saying that, which I think is beautiful, because this is why I said I was supposed to be on early this morning, and I'm going to keep trying to do it till I do an early one, because I find that very relaxing. It is a form of healing, and it's a form of meditation. So if you're not into like, oh, I've got to go and sit, you know, and sit with myself cross-legged and all that. Some people are really good at doing that. Some people are not into that. It's all it's to do with meditation is quieting your mind down and going into that zone where those monkey mind thoughts aren't coming in. This is what stops me from monkey mind thoughts coming in, but other things will come in sometimes. Like I say, you get a lot of downloads and stuff, you could say, whatever you want to call them. You know, people call them different things. It just, people get mad about different stuff of how people say stuff, but those whispers from source in the mundane things, sometimes when you're in the shower, especially in the shower because that's water, and you know, washing the pots or something comes in. I get a lot when I'm doing art because I go quiet, normally obviously when I'm doing it on my own, and that's when a lot of things come in, you know, and it's not the monkey mind thoughts. So I'm going to do her in, I don't know what to do, in pale purple. Purple is a spiritual colour, so I'll get her in a, I'm using the other end now, the thicker side, just to fill this bit in, and then I'll go in with the thinner side. Oh, I've missed her arm off there. I thought, what's this in the background? There. So yeah, many are having the same problem. I can see your chat there. There's a lot of people not sleeping. There's a lot of people with, you know, we call it this springy cold, which I'm just getting over. Some people would say ascension symptoms, because there's changes in the energies again. A lot of people, yeah, not sleeping well, or maybe people sleeping now that didn't sleep well before, because, you know, we're all at different stages and stuff of different things, and energy affects people in different ways. But I did have a look at the energies last night, and they were beautiful. Like I said with the other video I put up the other day with the gold in, they were beautiful. They were very Speedy Gonzalez, very fast and excited, and oh, they were just beautiful. Loving the fact really that, you know, when you mention the love vibe and all that, and what you're trying to channel to people, you know, to put out there, you could say they're loving it. But personally, that's, you know, what I see, and personally what I experience through my personal experiences. And like I've said before, you'll all have your own personal experiences, whether you resonate with me or not doesn't really matter. You know, your experience is your experience. No one can ever take that away from you. People like to think they can. People like to think they can shout out about people and say things are not happening, and, you know, people are telling lies and stuff like that. But this is what I said before earlier on, the contrast people want to be in, you know. See a lot of that going about. But as we know, and a bit like what Red Pill Phil was talking about the other day with things that have been going on in other areas with people, it's a contrast with them they need to look at. It's a problem with them, not the other people. And it's really funny because I just caught something before, and I can't remember what channel it was, but they were talking about, you know, we got on about the masculine and the feminine energy and that, but how the masculine is going to help raise the feminine into harmony as well, because, you know, it is that rising. But it's true in a sense, because there's a lot of women out there who really need to sort themselves out in the harmonisation of themselves. You know, like I've said before, we're coming into communion with ourselves, and this is what it's about. And if it's not harmonised, or you're not working on it to be harmonised, to keep you calm and keep you in that right, you know, sort of way of thinking and calm about things, I just think, you know, this is not what the world wants. The world does not want people fighting and being out of balance. We're bringing it back into balance, and I just think it's funny sometimes how you see the contrast in people talking about it, but they're not actually doing it. So yeah, things ringing, but they're gonna have to wait. So just Put these hearts in. The moony moon, I think we'll have to do a bit of a yellowy, or should we do it a bit of a blue moon? That's a bit too blue. I've got like a light one, baby blue. But like I say, most of the people I'm coming across, you know, in the world out there on a daily basis, especially yesterday, because the beauty of being outside and people smiling, nobody had masks on where I was, and it was beautiful, and the joy, you know, the frequency that was being pumped out because of the weather and everyone enjoying it and being around that was beautiful, very healing. And even people I see, you know, on here or whatever, most of the people I come across are putting that vibe out, you lot in chat as well. And I've seen in other chat rooms where they're pumping this frequency out. And there was a channel I watched the other day, I can't remember the guy's name, what was the guy? I only came across him a few weeks ago anyway, but I'm going to have to try and find the video, the channel. But he went live the other day and he doesn't normally, I don't know if he goes live. But anyway, he went live and the people waiting to get in that chat room when he came on live was beautiful. And what everyone was saying in that chat room was beautiful because it was mostly, looks like fairy dolly, yeah. You know, all this new energy of, you know, realising we are all together in this and being respectful and kind to one another, and there's none of this like people trying to pull people down, which is still going on, and it's still going to go on for a bit, I think, because people need to come to the realisation of self, you know. But it was beautiful, and it's a beautiful thing to observe, you know, observing that going on around the world as well, you know, because this is how we all connect around the world. And when you see it going on through the internet, and all around the world for people, you know, with the same sort of mindsets of how we got a lift out of this and how we do that through us being, you know, the ones we've been waiting for, let's say, and realising that, you know, like I've said before, you've got to be what you want to see in the world. So I see a lot of people saying that, but they're still going around doing like contrasty things that really do, like, hypocritical and what's the word, like, I don't know, in a sense, really going against what they've said, in a sense. That makes sense. But so we've got the moon. I think I'm going to put a bit of yellow in as well. Going with this, like, bit of a glow. The full moon the other night was beautiful. So like I said, you can mix these, what they call felt tips up, and then her watering can, I think, is going to be a green colour because heart chakra going on there. So let's do it green. She's feeding and nourishing Gaia and all of us that are on it as well, you know. Like I said, these felt tips are quicker than the crayons, but the crayons give a lovely effect as well, which I will show you again in a minute on the thing that I did yesterday, which I'll be finishing off probably tonight. And I'm really excited because when my fella comes round later, I can give him his watercolour paintings that he's not done before, and hopefully he can get into a bit of that and see how he likes it. Otherwise, I'll be like, if you don't like them, I'll have the set as well. But I think he will when he gets the hang of using them, because he's used to using acrylics at the minute. So darken that bit up. Don't know what colour it's coming across on here. It looks blue, but it's actually green. And yeah, there she is. So, oh yeah, and let's put some pinky cheeks on. Pinky cheeks on. Here. there. Oh, she hasn't got a little eye colour in there. And there she is. So I'm probably going to finish it off a little bit different when I get my black markers, because I'll probably fill the background in, and I might doodle a bit more on a dress. I might, like, you can go in again. Sometimes I go in with my, what they called, ballpoint pen, and can still put some detail around the front in her hair, or sometimes I just like to draw in little bits, I don't know, darken her eyelashes up. I'll probably just mess with it the way I like it. But basically, that's the story of today. I like it, Dolly. Yeah, that's the story of today. So she's sowing the seeds of love. She's basically sprinkling the love vibes down to earth, so we can breathe them in and inhale them in, you know. And she's doing that at night while we're sleeping, you know, bringing in that energy. But that's basically what she's doing today. And I will be, funny enough, sorting some plants out in the garden later, because I've got 2 rose bushes I need to sort out. Fairies, PJs, laugh out loud. Yeah, so that's the story today, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to say it's every day at the minute, but I'm going to be coming in the mornings. It's going to be a lot earlier than this. It's just I fell back to sleep. And this is what we've got to remember: sowing the seeds of love. I will say and say again, I say it all the time. What you attract into your life is what you put out. You know, you can't go around blaming other people for energies that are coming in, because that's what a lot of people are doing at the minute. The energy of what's coming in is disrupting, and it is challenging and changing sometimes. But people are getting mixed up with thinking something, and blaming other people when it's this energy that's going about, and you've just got to learn to go with it, or, you know, transcend it, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, you're going to find a lot more peace if you're doing the things that you love while all this energy stuff's going on. And in a sense, not taking too much notice of, like we said, if you feel tired, go to sleep. But start getting to bed more early. If you feel like there's, say, certain foods that you just feel are not for you anymore, then don't be eating them. Vice versa, whatever. This also was a picture I did ages ago. That same picture I did before, this was from a while back. This was the same thing of elements I took from a walk out and just threw them together with, I know you can't see properly, and threw them together with, right, I'm going to get us back up now. Let's get the camera back up the right way, because I can't thingy this camera. So, dolly back. She's coming. I'm not getting. So, hi. So yeah, this was one that I did ages ago, and it was the element. This was a massive mushroom. This was paving, and it's just thrown into a whatever picture. And that reminded me of when I went yesterday. Like, oh yeah, get you. And that was a watercolour painting as well, I think, but it was a lot stronger colour on that, and I think it had different things going on there as well. But I like to emanate a lot of them again. I did get to sit in the garden in the sun and sketch for the first time in, did you say 20 years? Oh wow, that's brilliant. I hope you enjoyed it as well. So like I said, that's the story of, you know, what we should be doing, and that's the story of today. That's what Illuminaire is doing today. Like I said, I will finish it off. I did say that I'd show you some cards, tarots before I go, because there was a new one that I don't think I have shown properly yet. But so anyone who's just come in, meaning the picture that I did yesterday morphed into this. If you didn't see the beginning of it, morphed into this, and this isn't finished yet. So that's what I call intuitive, of like my intuitiveness coming through that way. So I'm going to pull a card out of the Hidden Realms, because it's quite funny, you know, Hidden Realms, elemental, stuff like that. But this is the one that I got for my birthday that I had to wait to come from America, and it came a few weeks ago, and it's beautiful. And the reason why I love it is it's very Well, it's by Matt Hughes, and it is based on, it even says on the back, in creating ethereal visions, ethereal, I love it. Tarot, Matt Hughes drawn inspiration from the Art Nouveau movement. I love the Art Nouveau movement. I've got books on Art Nouveau. I might have to try and do some drawings from Art Nouveau, but they're just beautiful. I'll just show you a few. So this is the back, so you could say the front, and they've got gold on as well, like they had Aphrodite. I can never say this word properly, but anyway, see the gold, beautiful. And I got this card yesterday when I was messing around with them last night, and this is like spiritual guidance. It was beautiful. Oh, and I also got the Sword of Kings, which is Kings, swords are to do with thoughts, and I just think when I think of swords and kings, it's like getting your mindset into check and prevailing over negative thoughts and negative people with negative thoughts. And then I also got the Ten of Pentacles, which I love because loyalty, and the older guy in the purple gown and the younger guy, you know, getting guidance from elders, you could say, and listening to that wisdom. And I also got the World, which was brilliant. So, you know, you have your world in alignment, you know, when you're bringing in your own wisdom and your own, what did I say the card was? The guidance that's coming in, you know, when you're following your true soul path sort of thing. Yeah, they are shiny. I just chucked them all on the floor now. Very, very beautiful. Let's just show you some more pictures out of the deck. I'll have to show these again properly, but they are beautiful. Look at the Fool in this one. Don't we just love the Fool? I love the Fool. I have to get it into focus, but let me see. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I've not looked at these cards properly yet, so I will be having a good gander later. Look at the Queen of Pentacles. No, it's not probably coming to focus. This camera. Look at Strength. Strength's beautiful. May just have to have a flip through these on camera one day just to show you how. Get into focus. Gorgeous. We're all being lions at the minute. It has to be a lion, you know. I think there's a quote I put up the other day. It's not about waking the sheep up, it's about waking the lions up. Do you know what I mean? And then I put, I think that was on my community page. I loved it. So before I go, we're going to have a little reading from the Hidden Realms Oracle, and then I'm going to do the heart chakra, and then I'm going because I've got some stuff to do. But that's just got me in a good mood, a bit of drawing and stuff. So these are lovely as well because they have the gold gilded stuff, and I love the gateway, you could say, or bridge, as above so below. You know, mirrored here on earth is in the heavens. So as I've said before, if things are going on in the heavens, let's say in the heavenly realms, and there's good intentions going out and all these things that people have put out for years and years, it will manifest in the physical. And a lot of stuff comes in not what you'd expect it to. So yeah, it just cracks me up. Yeah, they are stunning cards. Let's see what Spirit has to say for us today. You know, we'll say Spirit. See what we get in. Actually, I'll try and show you. See if we can get the camera down here. Don't know if it'll work with these, but a bit stiff, but we'll see. Don't know if I'll be able to do this with these cards. Like I said, they're a bit stiff, so maybe they won't. A little bit. See if we can get 3. See what energy for this week. Got that one. Energy. Ooh. Okay, some have fell out. We've got 4, so let's see what these are. We have got good. We've got the Dream Walker, which is dreams, the collective good, illusions, number 8. Well, that's what I was just talking about. because the dreams we are putting out, you know, it says the collective, and it is in the collective of what people are realising they want when they walk away from that, as I was saying earlier on, that contrast, come into the contract, to come into what we do want, which is love and all that sort of good stuff, you know, we all talk about, and coming away from the illusions of the stuff that society, you know, that they've put out there to bring in, you know, the illusionists, let's say, when they do it through media and so many different platforms, and the brainwashing, we move away from that. And then we go into the keeper of the scales. What scales? Well, yeah, obviously, because all this, what we're learning to come from and what people are beginning to see in the world is fairness and balance. Well, that's judgment. And judgment is coming, and we've been saying this, everybody's getting this card, we've been saying this for ages, it is coming. Judgment of fairness and balance, because it's not been in fairness, has it? It's been in a lot of contrast, you know, a lot of contrast and a lot of unfairness, but that is coming, and I've been saying this for ages. And then we've got the Metal King, 37, discipline, armour and boundaries. I was talking about boundaries the other day. You have got the armour on, the armour of God, when you stand in the light and the truth. There's discipline that comes with this as well, but there's boundaries that have to be set, because, like I've said, it's a spiritual war, and there are sides to take, because it's either good or evil, basically. People say, you know, you're in a spiritual war. Well, if it's a war, which it is, because it's been a war on spirit, mind, body and soul, really, but, you know, it's been a war on the minds, then there is a choice to take. There is a choice, and I'm seeing people taking choices and coming away from things and all sort of good stuff like that. So there's all that. And then we've got the diamond dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity, because number 6, because we can have material wealth in this world, but meaning material wealth as in, it says true prosperity, the true abundance, but for all, not just for some people. And we don't mean wealth as in greed, we mean the things that we were meant to have here, but it was meant to be for all, not just for a certain select of, I don't know, elites or certain people in certain countries, for all. And that's beautiful. And that's a really good setup to go. So like I said, the collective is putting that stuff out there, and they are coming away from certain stuff, and the more that's in the collective, the more things change, and that's why it is changing, because people are aware of a lot more than they were years ago, and it's not the same as years ago. Someone else was saying that on a channel the other day, and I thought, well, exactly, you know, I've been saying that myself. It's not the same. Things have changed. Things are changing. The keeper of the scales, fairness and balance, judgment. You know, the weighing of the scales. To me, that's about weighing your heart. What are you really doing right now? What are your intentions of what the things that you put out and do? You know, what are your true intentions behind it? Because, like I've said, I've always known my true intentions, for example, of why I'm on here. I see a lot of people getting confused and mixed up with certain stuff, but what are your intentions? Why do you do the things you do? Or, you know, what are you trying to put out in the world? We'll go back again to the, are you sowing seeds of love, or are you just trying to destroy those seeds and rip them apart so they can't be planted? And like I say, boundaries, and then true prosperity, because it will be when we come from all the bullshit, let's say, and we start coming in with things that give true prosperity to all on this realm, and that's how I personally see it, and I know a lot of you will resonate with that, because that's how it's meant to be. Because if people actually do you know, do come through certain things, they do see that a lot of stuff that they put out there, you know, the media and that, saying, oh, this is this and this is that, when you look at it, it's something they've made or man-made, make it look bad, or they've concocted some sort of whatever to keep other countries down or ill or whatever it is. So they'll put out on certain platforms, news platforms and stuff, oh, send your money here to this place and the UN and war, and it's like, really? It's all an illusion. So yeah, all that going on. But thanks for coming in, and I hope you enjoyed my little drawing. Like I said, I don't know if you could see well properly on this camera, but I have just got back on here, and learning it again, which will be good because, just let me have a little go now and see if I can do it. This goes off or it goes tits up, it's fair enough, but I'm just going to see. All the things that I used to use are on the other side and they're not normally there, so I'm like, what's going on there then? So, so I've got that, and then what that is. So I've got that. Think. Oh! I'm just going to slap a picture in just to see if it works. It might trigger some people, but we might have to just put this in because this is beautiful. Can you see it? Oh, you might not be able to see it yet. Oh, hang on. Is this? Let me see if this comes up or not. God, I can't remember how to do this. So, oh yeah, can you see? Oh, can you see the JFK Jr.? Oh my God, I'm so excited. That's the thing that I read out a lot. That is the that thing that I read out in my pink book, if you can see it. So I'm going to go back to that because it's gone off again. I don't know what I'm doing. So first one that came up was that picture. Makes me laugh because I'm just like, that is, seeing if it comes back again. I'm going to work this out. See if it comes back. Black screen. Yeah, there. So, yeah, have a gander of that. I have read it out a million times, but that's the actual thing that I pull up out the pink book that I read, but there it is for you to read yourself, and look who it is! Look who are friends with each other. So I'm just going to leave that there for you to gander at a little minute before I go. But that was the first one that came up in my files, because if you don't know, a few years ago when I was doing all my research, I showed all this sort of stuff, and I've still got the files, which is hilarious. And just let me have a look. It'd be quite funny to see. What images are here? So I'm just going to go through them because this is funny. Oh, I don't know which ones these are. Ohio, Caroline images. Yeah. Maybe I'll show it another time. Because I could sit here all day looking at these pictures and going over that. So that was that. So I was just messing. So that's nice to know that I can do that, and I've remembered how to do it, even though the setup's different. I've got to learn it again. But that was out of the pink book. So yeah, thank you for your very relaxing creative start to the day. Yeah, so like I said, I will be on again. It may be early with and in the background or not, I don't know, because he's off school at the minute, so I don't know, or unless I get up earlier, but he does get up quite early. So thanks for coming in. We've got to remember every day to sow the seeds of love and put intentions out there for the things you want in the world, or how to set your day off with an intention. Could just be that you're putting out and receiving, good energy and coming across people in good energy with like-minded people that are in that vibe. That could just be your intentions for today that you're putting out, that when you go out, the people that you're going to meet are going to be in that mindset. So set your intentions every day for what you want to come in. Do that in the morning. Best thing to do in the morning, really, to set up your day. But yeah. So I will see you all very soon, and let me see if I can get off here, and I may be on tomorrow morning, we'll see. You'll just have to scout about, and I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful day. I've got a few things to plant, my rose bushes. Feeling very summery today. Going to be wearing more dresses as the summer comes in, because I do like the femininity of dresses, and I want to wear more dresses. But yes, so keep shining, Dolly. Thank you. Thanks all for coming in. And